All praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wawakakwadash. Peace, blessings, much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth. To the rest of the church who believe as well, you men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons and daughters as well. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the power and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So it all boils down to this. At the end of it all comes down to what? Fearing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and keeping his commandments, or in other words, being obedient. Fearing the Lord keeps us obedient. Verse 14. For the power shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is constantly bringing judgment. And at the end of our life, when it's all said and done, okay, we are going to be rewarded for the good that we do or for the evil that we do in this flesh. Okay? For the power shall bring every work into judgment. So not only every work, but every idle work that a man or a woman shall speak, we will also be held accountable on the day of judgment. Okay? For the power shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Let's go forward. Mark chapter 16. In fact, it might be Matthew's. Yes, Matthew's. Matthew's chapter 16 and verse 27. For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. So every man, women as well, every male and female is going to be paid according to their works, whether it be good or whether it be evil. And the whole duty of man is to fear the Lord and be obedient to his laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay? That's important knowledge. Isaiah chapter 46. Verse 8. Isaiah 46, verse 8. Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. So we have to show ourselves men. And the whole duty of being a man is to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and keep his commandments. This society will tell you that being a man means you have a whole lot of money put up. But guess what? A sodomite or a homosexual can have a whole lot of money. Does that mean they're masculine or they're more dominant or more manly than a straight male who may not make as much? People depict your strength, your physical strength, and they equate that with being a man. But again, you can be an effeminate and you could be a gym rat. You could be in the gym all the time, but you're highly effeminate, but you have physical strength. So whether you have money or physical strength, those are not the foundational, contributions, I guess, for lack of better words, into what makes a man. What makes a man is an Israelite who fears Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and is obedient. Okay? So we have to be men. Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. Remember the former things of old, for I am the power, and there is none else. I am the power, and there is none like me. So there is none like Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So it's only right that we fear him. Okay? Let's go to the Apocrypha. Let's touch on the book of Ecclesiasticus. You know what? Let's go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, and verse 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. So we have to show ourselves to be men. Showing ourselves to be men has nothing to do with how much money you make or how much money you have, how much you can lift. Being a man goes into you serving Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai with fear and trembling, being obedient to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay? Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. And remember, the Lord told us that the woman, she's actually the weaker vessel. And a lot of men, they act like women. They have a womanly nature about them, which is really a weak nature. Now, it's not to throw a shot at the women. You know, women are strong in their feminine nature. Okay? But a woman is not physically built like a man. A woman is not mentally built like a man. Okay? So, as a man, we have to be men. We have to think like men. We have to put off that weak nature. We have to be bold. We have to be strong in the Lord. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. So part of being a man is being able to defeat really the primary enemy, the primary opponent, which is our flesh, ourselves. We're born, we come into this world with a weakness. We come into this world in the flesh, and this flesh has a huge amount of, weaknesses, an innumerable amount of weaknesses. And we have to set aside, heavy thoughts, certain things that may burden our mind. We have to put that to the side. Okay? We have to take off that weak nature and be like men. Be as men. Because the Lord made us men. Now, that doesn't mean as men you can't cry, you can't feel emotions. But nevertheless, as a man, a part of being a man is pushing through. A part of being a man is believing in our power. Let's go to the book of Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11. Put on the whole armor of the power, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So we have to be strong in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Part of being a man is putting on the whole armor so that you can stand against the wiles of the devil. Let's go into that word wiles in Greek 31 and 80. It says methodiah, cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. So the devil, he has a lot of craftiness. He has a lot of trickery. But we have to put on the armor of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai so that we may stand against the trickery, the deceit of the deceiver, the devil, the wicked one, the evil one. Verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the power, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. So that's part of being a man, is being ready for war. And we are in a spiritual war, and we have to make sure we're suited and booted. We have to make sure we have the right military gear, spiritual military gear. We have to put on the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's part of being a man, is being strong in the Lord. Okay? This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the power? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. Let's go into that word effeminate in Greek 31 and 20. The word is malakos. It says soft, soft to the touch. Metaphorically, in a bad sense, effeminate, of a catamite, of a boy kept for homosexual relations with a man, of a male who submits his body to unnatural lewdness, of a male prostitute. So that goes to show you that to being effeminate, not only does it go into being ladylike in your character, in your mannerisms, it also goes into homosexuality as well. No homosexual, no sodomites are going to make it when them chariots come. No sodomites are going to make it when the missiles fall. No effeminates, none of these men who are acting like women. And you have a lot of men within the nation of Israel on social media. Okay, now these are people that are our nation, the same race as us, right? Constantly being effeminate. Videos of them dressed up as women, videos of them dressed up as their mothers, videos of them dressed up like their grandmothers, and making mirth out of it, making it a joke, making it humorous. But the Lord isn't dealing with no effeminate. That goes into even acting like a woman in terms of Hollywood. What Tyler Perry's doing. He's being effeminate. I don't care if he's saying, oh, it's for the camera. No, the Lord is not going to justify that behavior. Okay? The Lord is raising us up to be men. And part of being a man is to keep the commandments. Nowhere in the commandments does it give us any right to be effeminate, to be woman-like, to be a sodomite. Okay? We have to be strong in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Period, point blank. And that's what the Lord is looking for within us. Let's read this again in 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the power? Be not deceived, right? Because, the trickery of the devil, he'll deceive you into thinking you can do all the things the Lord says not to do and still make it. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. Okay, so effeminate and abusers of themselves with mankind, that really kind of goes into the same thing. But being effeminate kind of goes more into the mannerism, and the abusers of mankind just goes into the actual act of just being a sodomite. You're abusing yourself. You're not doing what the Lord permitted lawfully. Okay? So at the end of the day, the Lord is drawing us to be men. He's calling us to be men, and men are not, based off of their bank account. A man's not based off of how strong he is. A man is not based off how big his beard is. A man isn't based off how deep his voice is. Okay? A man, first and foremost, yes, has to be a male. Okay? But he has to be a male that fears the Lord and serves the Lord in such a way that he is obedient. He follows the laws, statutes, and the commandments of the Most High. Because you can be a homosexual and still have a big beard, still have a huge bank account, which means you can provide, right? Still be a gym rat. You can lift a whole lot of weights, and you still like dealing with men. So that goes to show you, to actually be looked at as a man has nothing to do with what the world tells you, but everything to do with what the Lord tells you. And the Lord is calling men. Proverbs 8:4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. So the Lord is calling unto you, Israelite men. Okay? The Lord is not calling unto no effeminate men. He's calling unto masculine men. He's calling up to men who are willing to gird up their loins. Okay? Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. Revelations chapter 21 and verse 4. And the power shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. So being a man doesn't mean you can't cry. There's plenty of times where you may have cried. Well, the Lord, let's put it like this, metaphorically speaking, the Lord has caught all your tears in a jar. All the times we felt sadness and sorrow and tears have left our face, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has not forgotten that, and he's going to wipe all that away from our eyes. We live in a society where men act like, being a man means you can't feel pain. You're not supposed to show emotion. You can't cry. But that's not what it is. The men that the Lord are going to save, they're going to come from a captivity that has caused them to shed tears. Okay? And the power shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. So being a man has nothing to do with not crying. Okay? At all. Being a man goes off what the scriptures say. And the scriptures explains to us purely, openly, on what it is to be a man. So I'm going to close it here. Lord willing, it was simple and edifying, and I'm going to give all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wa Rakakwadah, Shalom.